Hello, beautiful being. All right. How are you? Do a check-in. Just check in. Ask yourself, how am I doing? I'm already shuffling. I'm going to pull from this Woodlands animal deck just to guide our message for today. So wherever you are, however you got here, just know that there's something that's here for you. However it resonates, however you take it. Somehow you got here and somehow you're still watching. Okay, nothing's coming out yet, so I'm just shuffling. See what feels resonant. Perhaps I'm not fully present yet. I think I need to pause. Breathe. Breathe with me if you'd like. I still feel a little sleepy and as if I'm still in the dream that I had last night. Maybe not still in it, but it is definitely still fresh in my memory. My voice is also a little raspy. Sometimes that can be indicative of not speaking truth. There we go. All right, one fell. Let me grab. We have the porcupine, boundaries. Porcupine, boundaries. Seems a little blurry. And my cat, my Lucy cat's here. That's what I call her, Lucy cat. All right, let's see. Ooh, there was a card here too. The trout and lily of the valley, purification. So that was stuck to the back of the booklet. So I'm sensing water, right? It purifies, it flushes out anything that is old that you no longer need to take with you wherever you're going, wherever you are purifying yourself is immediately what comes to mind. And the porcupine with these really white, beautiful flowers and white purity. So where may you need to be more rigid with your boundaries? Also, where do you tend to protect yourself by maybe having too strict boundaries because of beliefs that are inhibiting you? So yeah, I invite you to consider the boundaries of your own constraints, your own confines, your own chains that are like a boundary around your heart. This boundary that maybe, often we speak of them as being guarded or protected. And at times that's necessary, but it can also be like a boundary, this boundary that you don't even realize is there because of a sense that you're not safe in yourself. Of, well, I don't trust what might happen outside of me. I don't trust what that person may do, or I'm trusting too much, but not from a place of, okay, this is really coming in. Not from a place that, oh, I just trust them that they can do whatever they want because I trust them, or I trust this situation, so I'm going in fully like unbound. That actually you're trusting too much on the boundary, trusting too much, maybe too much isn't the word, over trusting isn't the word either. Struggling with my words a little bit. Though I know it's there. I feel it, I sense it. Okay, how do I speak this in a way that is comprehensible? Maybe I can give an example. So when it comes to relationship, when it comes to a friend, maybe you have a core belief that this is kind of what came up in what I shared yesterday about me being the bridge for other people, and how I used to see that as such like a a supportive, helpful offering. And then yesterday kind of got the realization that, oh, but it allows me to be walked all over. I trusted that so much. I trusted that I was helping people and that I was being called to do it this way. That would be too loose of a boundary. My boundaries were so loose because I was the bridge that I would over schedule myself. I would be overly flexible and compromise my time or spend more time reaching out to clients, emailing them with things that I thought was maybe be useful to them. And all of this came really naturally to me. And now as I'm shifting, I'm finding balance within myself and within the work that I do. So that's a loose one. And then on the other side of perhaps feeling or believing that someone's going to hurt you. And so you're trusting that belief so much that you close yourself off. The boundary is so rigid that you act in ways that actually are preventing closeness. Because maybe you're too afraid to share something, to express something, to fully be yourself because you learned not to. You learned that by speaking up, they might not respond, or that it might not be reciprocated, or they might shut me down. Going to a boss and asking for a raise. Like, why not? Why not? What is the fear? Oh, they might say no. Okay, can you handle it? I trust you can handle it. Trusting in your own sense of safety, that you are the person that is there for you, even if you don't get the answer that you are hoping for or the response that you're hoping for. Your boundaries go both ways, and that's where the magic is. The magic is where the rigid boundary of I'm not overly extending myself and compromising myself for a sense of worthiness. And I'm also not overly being rigid to where I'm missing out on things. I'm missing out on more abundance. I'm missing out on more connection. I'm missing out on that emotional attunement because I'm also not expressing me. I hope that makes sense. I hope that's landing. And to do that, look at the two, right? Two beautiful, purified flowers because there's balance on both sides. Look at that. It's right. The porcupine's right in the center. I don't even know if that's what this card means, but that's exactly what I'm picking up. Look, here, they're not bloomed yet. They're not bloomed yet. And they're here. And two, right? Two coming together. You with yourself, you with the world, you with another. Purification of this change in self. All right, let's see what these cards say. Oh, that felt so beautiful. Take your time to journal, to breathe, to really let that in. The porcupine, with its impressive quills, is a well-known symbol of self-defense. According to a legend, among tribes, the porcupine put its quills in place by placing the branches of a hawthorn tree on its back, defending itself against the bear. The trickster spirit saw the porcupine's cleverness and fashioned it a coat of quills to wear from then on. Just as the porcupine curls into a ball to defend itself from predators, the anemone, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Anemone. I'm probably not saying that right. Flower turns inward and down during rainstorms, protecting its delicate petals from damage. Look at this. Okay. You cannot help others unless you first help yourself. Maintain healthy boundaries around your time and energy, giving generously only once you are sufficiently fed. That's what I just said. That is the message. You need to take care of you. You being present. You choosing you. Oh my God. And here's the second one. When these things happen, I get like teary because I amaze myself that I'm like, I know these things. And I'm so inspired by this connection between me and what is ever outside of me. And I'd call this energy, source, spirit, God, whatever word it is for you. It doesn't matter the word. But when you are truly connected, you don't need this. You don't need to come to a message and have somebody else tell it to you. But that's the process, because it's how I started. I didn't do these things myself. I went and searched and seeked other people's messages, and they were necessary. They guided me. They got me here. And you can do the same. Take care not to judge others who seem bristly or closed off. Consider that they have good reason to protect themselves. Respect their boundaries and allow them time to open up on their own terms. It's so beautiful because we tend to read that or perceive that as, okay, they're not safe because they can't be available in the way that I hope for them to be. And it's not about you. Keep showing up, offering your kindness and your love because you have the energy to, because you take care of yourself. That they're not taking advantage of you. They're not. They're struggling within themselves. They're on their own journey. You might miss something because you trusted in the fear instead of trusting in the love. How can I ensure that my needs are met? Have I established healthy boundaries around my time? And do I respect the boundaries of others? It's beautiful. The Trout, Purification. Let's read it. It's how you get there. Okay. They're Roman numerals, and I'm not the best at that. So thank you for bearing with me and being patient. Sometimes this is a lesson on the patience. Okay. I'm probably going the wrong way in the booklet with the Roman numerals. But it's nice because I'm seeing some of the other words like patience now. And I saw home and peace. Okay, I'm going the right way now. Almost there. Purification. Both the trout and the lily of the valley symbolize return and restoration. A river or lake teeming with trout indicates a balanced and healthy ecosystem. Conservation efforts at rewilding streams often focus on reintroducing trout to their native habitats once the rivers have been decontaminated and barriers such as dams are removed, ready to come back. Likewise, in the Victorian language of flowers, the lily of the valley communicates a return to happiness. This is perhaps due to the legend of Saint Leonard, a hermit, or Saint Leonard. I'm just reading really funny today. A hermit said to have slain the last dragon in England. Whenever the blood of the dragon was spilled, lilies of the valley grew. And once the dragon was killed, Saint Leonard returned to his peaceful solitude. Your difficulties are subsiding and happiness is restored or soon to be restored. Take the time for quiet meditation and deep introspection. So if you're still not here with your boundaries, do that. And if there's any pollution. If there's any kind of pollution that may be upsetting your balance, go ahead and seek and remove them. Question, is there harmony within my personal ecosystem? How do I tell the difference between a toxic person, situation, or idea, or one that is required for balance? And that's what I was saying. Whoever is coming to mind, whoever you're dealing with, and this is just intuitively coming to me, I believe that you're here to hear that they are not toxic. And we tend to give people those labels all because we have a hard time recognizing our own ways that we're contributing to that dynamic. And most people aren't toxic. That's my belief. Most people aren't. And if you're here, it's because you are a shining light, and because you have that, you do not attract toxic people in your life. You're already divinely protected from that. And if this isn't landing for you, then this isn't the video for you. But the message is very clear to look at your own beliefs, your own core identity, your own abandonment wound, and how that is representative of your own self-abandonment. It will continue to feel or be perceived that people are abandoning you until you claim and choose yourself. What a powerful message. I am, again, truly amazed and inspired and impressed by all of this. And I'm so glad you're here with me and that you're joining me and that I get to support you in opening yourself up. So thank you. Take this all in.